Hey guys, how's it going? So as promised in the previous video, this video is going to be about why I bought my Classic Mini. So I'll be going over why I bought it, the reasons behind it, and I'll also be giving you a few tips for people who's looking to buy one, you know, just a few tips about what to look for as well. So let's just get this video started. So yes, so let's start back from the beginning then. So a couple of months ago, I was just out filming the Swift, and I was on a decent bit of road, and up ahead I could see something small, and from that I thought, oh, that's a Mini, and as I got a bit closer, I realised it was one of my mates. So we got going, he saw me and everything flashed and everything stopped, and we pulled over. I was going everything, and the first time I'd seen the Mini up close. I'd seen it on pictures, I'd seen it out and about, I hadn't actually seen it up close until now. His was over just a 1 litre, because obviously it was his first. He had two cars, but it was just his car used in the summer, and the insurance was like when he first got it being 17, so his was just the 1 litre. Oh, that's me. So anyway, we sort of set off on his way, and he followed me for quite a while. And just looking back in the mirror and seeing these, seeing the Mini, just thought, wow, it just made me realise I wanted one. As soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, that looks great, and everything, and all that. I thought, yeah, this is really good, so. I thought, will it work? Me having another car and things like that, and everything, because I don't use the Swift all the time due to work and stuff. I managed to get to it without using my car. So I think, do I really need another car that I don't really use the Swift that much? Is it any point in having a classic car? I thought, yeah, maybe it is. And sort of, your head sometimes takes over a little bit and thinks, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for it, and so the hunt was on. I thought, right, I realised, having the Swift and everything, I wanted something with a little bit of power. Obviously I know Minis aren't fast or anything, but I wanted something with a little bit of power, a little bit of torque, things like that. So I was looking, and I thought, right, I want the 1275, 1275 Mini with the Sport Pack, because I thought the Sport Pack just looks slightly better than the standard coupe. So I wanted obviously the Cooper Sport. So I was on the lookout, and I thought, wow, the prices. A lot more expensive than I first thought. So you can pick a decent Cooper Sport between sort of 10 and 12, and then sort of 12,000 upwards, you're getting into your low mileage examples and really mint examples. But I was just looking for a solid car that had done, not mega miles, and that I could keep in that condition. I didn't have to do too much work to it. So I looked at a few was a little bit dodgy. You don't get that feeling with certain cars. And then I've actually found three at a company called Cambridge Mini Works, which is where I got this car from. So I saw three. So I ended up driving down there, and I looked at there was two outside, which was alright, but it was a little bit rough, and I thought they look a little bit rough. But then this one was the one that I was trying to avoid a little bit because of the price. I thought, I'm sort of hoping it was bad because of the price, but this was in the showroom. As soon as I saw it, it was just something that was just stood out with this one. And I thought, ooh, now then, this looks alright. Got up close, looked at the usual areas. Again, I'll be doing a video about, about what to look for. but the usual areas where the minis rust, things like that, and it was solid. I thought this is good, so I took it out for a test drive, and as soon as I started driving it, that was it. I'm like, I've got to have this car, I've got to have it. And you just get that feeling. You just get that feeling, and it was just, that was it then. I just wanted the car. So initially I didn't actually secure the car. I went away just to think about it, make sure that, you know, is it all going to work out with money and things like that, and the insurance, which I'm sort of glad I looked at the insurance, because it was more expensive than I thought. It was more expensive than I thought. When I tell you I ended up paying over £1,000, yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, people said on this, oh, you can get like £600, £700. I thought, oh well, that's alright. But when we worked it out, obviously this car, it's not a bad thing, but it doesn't help the insurance. Obviously it's got a stage 1 tuning kit on it, so that doesn't help with with the insurance. You know, it's important you must state everything, any modification. So I I thought, oh, it put a bit of a damper on things there, because it was the insurance that was really the issue, and I thought, do I really want to pay this much out because I'm paying this much to the car? And you know what? I thought in the end, the insurance is winning. It's not beating me. I thought, I'm not letting that car go just because the insurance was a lot. So I did end up just paying up a smile. So I paid for the insurance, and then obviously I went on holiday and I picked the car up when I get back. But yeah, obviously I love it. But yeah, the main reason for me for buying this car was something to really sort of messing about with, and also taking to shows and using it over the summer, and just getting that bit more, I wouldn't say more enjoyment over the Swift, just that knowing that I've owned one, I think, as well, because everyone else in the families don't want it except me up to this point. So I thought, yeah, let's get into the Mini, let's have one, and yeah, I'm so glad. I mean, everything's, touch wood, is running really well at the minute. Obviously, in the previous video I talked about what the suspension's been cleaned up, rust proofed, undersill, everything. Has been done. So that's great. Now it is going into Huddersfield mini spares. Hopefully we'll get it booked in, because supposedly, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but it could be a possible that the car's running a little bit too rich. Now it does pop a little bit on the overrun. Now we don't actually know whether that's just because the exhaust, it's the characteristic of the exhaust, or it's running a little bit rich. They also say if the car's running rich, it blows smoke out, but this car doesn't. So we'll get that looked at. If it needs any adjusting for the injection system, they'll be able to tweak that. But yeah, apart from that though, it's nothing major or anything. It's just, if it's running a little bit rich, we'll get that sorted. But so yeah, the main reason obviously was to just know that I've owned one. Just mess about with it a bit, change little things. I mean, there's always little squeaks and rattles you have to attend to, and it's never-ending battle really with squeaks. I mean, you can probably hear that one. That's the fire extinguisher moving on the door bin at the back. Things like that. You're just never gonna get rid of sound. It's just always gonna be, there. So yeah. Now the other reason is really values. Now, obviously, I thought, God, I'm paying all this money out for this car and everything, but it's quite a good feeling knowing that hopefully the way things are going, we won't really lose a lot of money. So this has done 45,000 miles, and the Cooper Sports are good, and I think this is a good mint car, if you like. Hopefully we'll stay going in the opening value, and I won't really lose anything on it. That's what I'm hoping. Not that I'm planning to sell it anytime soon. Anytime soon. But yeah, that's so obviously value of it. Now I've got an agreed value on this car because I just think it's a good thing to do in case anything goes wrong. You will get that value. So yeah, great. Loving it so far. Now another reason is obviously the just how brilliant they are to drive. Now I honestly didn't think it would drive any be any more fun than the Swift. It is. It's just as fun, if not that bit more fun than the Swift, because you've got, similar to the Swift, you know, you can use all the power and everything, and that's what I love about it. So just only wants the fun, and I mean the attention is just ridiculous. Fed up with people looking at me now, because it's, you know, everyone loves the Mini. Everyone smiles when they see it, and you drive past it, everyone smiles and waves, and you get, you know, people talking to you about it, things like that. So yeah, that's another sort of, it's a nice feeling to know that, you know, other people can appreciate the car as well as me. So that's a great thing. But yeah, so there are a few of the reasons why I bought one. Now obviously it hasn't been cheap, you know, when you work cost out, it has been an expensive, you know, few months really. I've just had the Swift MOT service and the aircon regassing today, so that's all done. Just want some new discs and pads on the front, which will be going on ready for Scotland. So yeah, it definitely hasn't been cheaper than the last few months, but you know, we managed. It's all worked out. I don't know if you can hear that little cracking pops on. But yeah, so there are a few reasons why, you know, why I bought it and everything. So I'm just going to move on to now, obviously, what to look for a little bit. I'll do a full video on it, you know, going over all the parts of the car, you know, the subframes and things like that. But I'll go over a few little questions I've had from some people about, you know, I'm looking one for the first car. What, you know, what do people think? 1 litre is definitely the. I definitely recommend a 1 litre. But yeah, I'll go over a few more details now about what to look for. So then, some tips about obviously buying a classic car. The first tip really for me is do your research. Obviously there's only so much you can do because, you know, you will look at a car and there might be other things, but do as much research as you can before you go and buy one, especially when bodywork's concerned. That's an absolute must, because as much as, you know, the great, you know, really fun car you have got to watch, you just get quite a bit of looking after them. You do, you know, they do rust. They can be rust buckets, and sometimes they can be, you know, they look alright on the top, but underneath is really where, you know, sort of hiding in certain places, sort of the hiding spots, I like to call them. So, you know, do your research and make sure, you know, when you're looking at adverts, the other thing is to make sure that it hasn't been a car that's been put together using 2 other Mini, you know, like 2-into-1 or anything like that, because a lot of people use different chassis or replicas, just avoid them at all costs, because you don't know who's, you know, they haven't got the right history to back it up and walk away. That's what I'd say really. Now obviously the other thing to know as well is make sure that the bodywork is sound, also make sure it drives okay. Now obviously that's not the main, fully enough, that's not really the main priority. The main priority is to make sure the bodywork is sound, because that's the most expensive. I mean, when you talk about the scuttle panel, which is obviously the panel between the body and obviously the windscreen, that, if you want to replace that, you basically want to take the whole front end out just to get that scuttle panel off. It just costs a lot of money. So ideally you want to find one that's either been restored or has been dry stored, but not for a long time. If it's been dry stored or not been used in the main, you know, that's pretty good really. Really what causes the rust is not keeping on top of cleaning really, because take the arches for example, you know, you clean the arches, don't clean the arches, the mud builds up, because obviously there's no guards or anything, it's just straight onto the metal really. You know, you do all the mud on the arches and you don't bother cleaning it up. That mud stays damp, stays moist, and it starts eating away at the paintwork, you know, the bodywork. So just making sure that the bodywork is sound. You know, that's really the main thing to look out for. Another thing to look out for as well is when you actually go look at one, is check. The main areas to check on the top is where the top of the wings, below the headlights, on the seat because they rust, the sills from what you can see, the rear valance at the back, the bottom of the doors as well. They're really your main areas, and on the top of the skull, basically below the windscreen, are the main areas to check for, because like I said, they do rust. It's like your main areas to check for. Now, in terms of underneath, rear subframes, they're another common place where they rust. The rear subframes, sills, make sure as well that they are the original sills. They haven't had oversills plastered on them, or a lot of filler used, or you know, make sure that you can tap that sill and it's a solid sound and it doesn't feel like I'm going through it or anything. Also, make sure the bottom of the doors, that the drain holes are clear. I'll go into a lot more detail, like I said, when I do the video bit. Bottom of the drain holes on the bottom of the doors, make sure they're clear, because if not, the dirt will build up and bust the bottom of the doors away. Now, another thing on the sills is if the jacking points. Now, the one we went to look at in Cambridge, there was rusty water coming out of the sills. That's not a good sign, because that's probably the start of something. Now, in terms of inside, so yeah, that's the underneath. Check as much as you can underneath, rear subframe. The fronts never seem so bad, it's just the rears for some reason. Actually, the exhaust is in decent condition. Also, as well, underneath is check, if you can, the boot floor, because it's easy to look in the boot. But check underneath the boot back completely, because any little signs of rust, sometimes it's just surface rust. There's a bit of surface rust on this. Ground it off, painted it, and that was fine. You see if it's gone all the way through. So in terms of inside, obviously when you view the car, you can't have all the carpets out and everything, but just peel the carpets back below the footwells. If it's dry, that's good, and if it's solid, that's perfect. So yeah, other thing in the boot as well, boot floor. Now this is not a boot kit in it, it's basically all carpet lined, which is very nice. Just peel the, where the spare wheel is, check in each corner, and also the battery tray, because that's in the common area where it rusts as well. So the floor around the driver and passenger footwell, and the boot floor as well. Now another common place as well is actually on the roof, in the roof gutters, because the water gathers there. Again, if they're not clear, the water can gather there as well, so try and make sure that's clear. This is where being a mini helps, everything there. Yeah, so make sure they're clear. There's another area. Thank you very much. So yeah, now in terms of the oily bits, I always say, if a car's maybe not running right but the bodywork is solid, go for it, because the oily bits are nowhere near as expensive. No, they're not really cheap, but they're nowhere near as expensive as the bodywork. So always make sure you've got a sound body, as the oil bits can be sorted. Just the engine's obviously A-series engine, very easy to work on. The early one's better than these, because obviously these have got the injection system, so there's a bit more to them really. Because the engine bay in here is pretty crammed, and I don't know how they got it in. In fact, it was that crammed they'd actually put the washer bottle for the fluid in the boot, because it was that couldn't even get it fitted in. So that just shows you how crammed they managed to get it in the engine, the engine bay. But yeah, in terms of oil leaks, obviously this has actually got a little oil leak, but try and find really a decent a decent Mini that doesn't have an oil leak, because they're not an oil tight engine, so they do like to leak a bit of oil. Again, we'll get to the bottom of that and sort that best we can. It's not obviously pouring out, it's just it is dripping once the engine's warmed up and everything. It is dripping. So that's another thing to but don't, that's definitely not a deal breaker at all. Because everyone will tell you, you know, Minis do like to leak a bit of oil. But so yeah, in terms of obviously driving, make sure that the car, when you brake it, make sure it doesn't pull from left to right, anything like that. Make sure it, you know, tracks straight and it stops straight as well, because that's another thing. You know, the pull left or right, if that's not a good thing. But yeah, just make sure it tracks straight. And then obviously the brakes on the later ones, the better, because they are the vented disc at the front now. On the early ones there was drum brakes all around, and my dad told me that absolutely they're really bad, but these are actually pretty good. The brand new brakes and not been, I think, done less than 1,000 miles. So that's good. So yeah, make sure the brakes are got decent stopping power, you know, because obviously the later ones as well had servos, so that's better. So you've got servo on the brakes. So yeah, the brakes. Obviously, the later ones, the ride is never good, because these are obviously 13-inch wheels. So, like I said, the 12-inch wheels of just the standard Coopers do ride, handle slightly better, especially the ride. This ride is solid. It's got Coney dampers on it, and it's a busy ride. That's what I'll say. So don't expect when you drive a Mini it's to be smooth, because it won't. You know, it ain't smooth by a long shot. So, few things to think about, but yeah. It's all, you know, it's all part of the fun, the ride. But yeah, I'll go into more detail really about the engine and I think when we when I do the other video. So, but as ever, you know, hope you enjoyed this video. There's more videos come on this. A few more videos come on the Swift, and then obviously we'll take it to Scotland. We're doing a lot more driving videos as well, because I looked back on my channel the other day and I thought, you know what, I never really did enough driving videos while I was up there in the Swift, so there'll be definitely more of that to come as well. So yeah, as ever, keep watching, keep subscribing. More videos coming along very soon. Cheers.